Friends, here I'm back with the etude of the month. This etude is really focusing on the second finger of your left hand. It's an etude in independence, and the first etude that I'm playing here is just 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then I'm shifting it higher by a half step. And just be sure, if you start your practice routine, as always, start really slow, maybe without a metronome for the moment, and focus on playing legato. Playing legato just means there is no space between two notes. We're picking all the notes, and if there's no space between two notes, you have to have a really quick transition time. So that's the time between two notes. You play a long note, let it ring out, and then the moment you're switching to the next finger, the stroke and the finger that needs to be moved has to happen at the exact same time in a millisecond, right? So that's synchronization of the right and left hand, and I would suggest to start your routine like this. Focus on legato. Also, I want to mention, I thought for a long time that it's good to have the fingers like this, you know, like the frets are, but in the meanwhile I realized many people also have them more like this, so you don't have to, you know, press them on the fretboard like this, but just like come from more the natural way how the hand falls, and then it can be a little bit diagonal. You know what I mean, hopefully. Right, so practice this exercise and then put on the metronome. All exercises have two tempi, the slower being 52 beats per minute and the faster 100 beats per minute. The second exercise is still the same fingering, but just like this time I'm using this exercise as an enclosure. So the note that is the target note is the note on the second finger, naturally. And I have been just like choosing an A7 arpeggio, right? You can just like play the A7 arpeggio and then play this enclosure for every note of the arpeggio, right? So you're practicing two things at the same time, hearing the A7 arpeggio, playing the A7 arpeggio, also hearing an enclosure. Start slow, be sure that you start and end with the second finger, and then set your metronome at 100 beats per minute and give yourself this workout. If that's too fast, you can also start at 80 beats per minute or 70 beats per minute. The idea is to play it quicker because it's easier to hear then how all the chromatic notes in this line just really land on this last note, where it's sort of the central station. That's where the train goes. So exercise number 3 is my favorite exercise. It's the same fingering, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, but now the second finger is on the B string and the rest of the fingers stay on the G string. Plus we're playing a chord. And the idea is that the middle finger is on the F, on the 6th fret on the B string, stays on this fret, so you don't even loosen it up, the grip. It really stays put all the time, no matter if you're playing the single note lines or the chord. And if you have that down, you can start working with the metronome again. And so the last exercise is again 2, 3, 4, 1, but this time like with 2 fingers on the B string and 2 fingers on the D string, and like this we are string skipping, right, cross string picking between the D string and the B string in the right hand all the time, while still starting on the second finger. And when I'm navigating from the pattern on the C-7 to the pattern on the D-7, I'm also using my second finger for the navigation part. I'm not sure if I would play that in a live situation like this, but for this exercise I really wanted to narrow it down. So I hope you have a lot of fun with those exercises. Be sure that you write down the tempi you're practicing, make yourself a plan, be very specific, and most of all be sure practice slowly in the beginning and then speed up after a while. See you around. Bye.